162. Hey darts fans, that's Timo Newman here, transporter, the host of this channel, Undarted Waters. Thank you for visiting. This is the first video in our first series on power scoring, customized to you. The question we're going to ask is, for a given player with a given accuracy, what should they be doing in a game of 501 to maximize their scoring so they can get down to a double as fast as possible and hopefully win the leg. Now, this is not a question we maybe think about that much, because all of the elite players we watch on TV, of course, they're always going for the 20 segment. Unless they're mad as Razmar, he likes to go down to 19 occasionally, very cool. Most players go for the 20 segment for their power scoring. Why? Because it's the highest scoring segment on the board. The problem is, as we all know as amateur players, if you stray away from the 20 segment, you are going to be hitting horrible numbers, 1s and 5s. Think of it like this. This dart destined for the 20 segment ends up in the 1. That's 5%. That dart was 5% of what it was destined to be, intended to be. You lent a friend a £20 note, he gives you back a £1 coin. 5%. It's a disaster. So this is where you get your 26s, your 41s. Sometimes, heavens forbid, you get your 7s and your 3s. You know, terrible, terrible scores. So, as we all know, it's high risk trying to get high scoring on the 20 segment if you're not that accurate, because the neighbouring segments are awful. So maybe sometimes we go down to the 19s, and the reason is 19 is similar to 20 in terms of scoring, and the neighbours are a bit less hostile. You're giving your friend £19 as a loan, he's giving you back 3. It's terrible, but it's not as terrible as what we said before. You sometimes hear advice for maybe beginning dart players to go for the 14s, because 14 is still a reasonable score per dart. Okay, it's about maybe 2/3 of 20, so you're getting 2/3 power per dart if you're getting it in the 14s, but the neighbours are much better. You're loaning your friend £14, he gives you back 9 or 11. That's not so disastrous. But the question that I want to answer for you, which I think you'll find helpful, is, for a given player with a given accuracy, what should they actually do? Should they, like elite players, be going for the 20 segment all the time? Should they be going for 19s? Should they be going for 14s? Or is there another segment that they should be going for their particular accuracy? I have the answer. I've done the maths, and you have to use a computer program to work it out. I'll show it all to you, as much detail as people like, but I'll summarize it for you in the next few videos what you need to do. I have the answer, and there's a surprise. There's 2 surprises actually. One is a good surprise, one is a really terrible surprise. But the good surprise is, for many players, there'll be a segment they should be using for power scoring that they never would have thought of, and probably no one's ever mentioned it to them. But it comes out of the maths, and it is the best answer for many players. Okay, now, in order to know which segment to go for according to all this work, you need to know your accuracy. Okay, and it's not accuracy for trebles. Within a segment, you could ask, how many of my darts get in the treble? It's not that accuracy. It's not doubles accuracy or bull accuracy. What we need to know is segment accuracy. If I throw a dart at a given segment, if I'm aiming it there, what percentage of those darts go into that segment? Segment accuracy. For the elite players, it's probably around 95%. We sometimes see elite players miss big numbers when they're going for outshots. We sometimes see them spray darts in the 1 and 5, but pretty much probably 95% of the time they are accurate on their segments. I think my segment accuracy is roughly 80% at the moment. Some players will be a bit higher, some players may be a fair bit lower, depending on your current level of play. Okay, but according to your segment accuracy, I will be able to tell you where you should be aiming to maximize your scoring. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to measure segment accuracy in 2 or 3 different ways. They're fairly similar, fairly robust, and you should get roughly the same answer trying these different methods. It won't take very long, and you'll have that number, your personal segment accuracy. And then in the video after that, I'll show you how to use your segment accuracy score to work out where you should be aiming. And just before I go, there's a sting in the tail of this story, an unbelievable sting, very, very painful. I think most of the viewers just demographically will be men, probably men in their middle age, maybe even, I don't know. These gentlemen will not be very accustomed to crying. I want to warn you, if your segment accuracy turns out to be around 50%, I'll tell you where to aim, but there's a horrible, horrible sting in the tail of this story, and it may lead to tears. So I just want to alert you to that before we go any further. Thanks for joining me, Timo Newman, the transporter, on this channel, Undarted Waters. Next video, how to measure your segment accuracy. We get 3 darts each time we go to the board. Who dares wins? Join me next time.